Hello and welcome back to another model review. Today we have in front of us a Gemini200 scale Southwest Airlines Boeing 777-700 with the classic livery. I had to get this model because I knew this would be a very rare one in the future, and it pretty much is out of stock everywhere now. I was very fortunate that I saw this release of this plane the very day it came out, so I managed to pre-order one before they were gone. Moving closer to the box, very nice detail. Here's the bottom, the clip latch. Here's the side. Here's the top. Here's the other side. And here is the back. Moving on to inside the box. You have the stand up here, the tail sticking up there, and you pull this fab out, and the model's sitting right there with landing gear accessories. Now that we're done with the box, let's get on to this legendary model. So here's the model. It is, gotta say, one of the coolest looking models I've ever gotten. First off, we started with the landing gear bag. This comes with closed door landing gears. Comes with two little peg, or I'm not sure we call them pins, that help remove the landing gear from the plane if it gets stuck. Okay, goes to the model. Here is the left side of the plane. Starting with this, it's kind of a weird lighting. I tried something new, but it's not really working. We have the Southwest Classic. See that landing gear back. Boarding door, windows, sensors, all that good stuff. Landing lights on the wing. Here's the engine. There's some detail on the side of it. It's not very good. You can kind of tell. Spin this around. I made it. Let's see if that's better. Yeah, it has engines detail. The engines do not spin though. Moving on to the wing. We have the slats, leading edge, wing. There was actually two versions of this model. There was one with the flaps up and then one with the flaps down. We have the exit row. This one's a little bit older fashioned because it only has one arrow. Exit door. Sensors on the top. Beacon lights, antenna, some little box, the black box, Wi-Fi dome. Moving on to the back of the wing, we have the flaps, we have the air brakes, spoilers, little black zone where you can walk on. Moving to the wingtip, see if I can focus its detail. It does say Southwest Airlines. And it's on both sides. Moving to the back, we have the registration. It's getting blinded. November 714 Charlie Bravo. We have another boarding door. We have our tail. Then we have the horizontal stabilizers and the elevators, the rudder. Then we have the APU. The other side is pretty much identical. The only difference is, I'll show you, it's the cargo doors. They're kind of hard to see, but they're there. And there's two. And we have the crappy stand. No offense, it's just not very good. And everybody can agree, these things fall apart really easily. Closer with this engine detail. Focus. You have some engine warning lines on there, like distance and stuff. There's engine detail inside there, it's just too dark. It's the same as the other side. Moving on to the other door, same stuff, Southwest Classic. Cockpit windows look really good. Top of the plane. There's some dust on it, so it may look like there's some sort of paint chip, but don't worry, it's not a paint chip, it's just dust. Anyway, let's move on to the bottom of the aircraft. So here's the bottom of the aircraft, starting with the nose. We have the kind of aircraft it is, the 700. This helps ground crew identify the aircraft because some of them don't know the difference. We have the landing gear, this swivels. Let me just spin it real fast. And it actually has a little pearl or gem for a landing light in there. It's hard to see, but it is there. We have antennas. There's a cargo door we're talking about. Stand holder. Landing gear. This can be swapped for closed doors. We have underneath the wing, which looks pretty decent. Other side. We've heard that Gemini200 logo. Cargo door. I'm not sure what that is. We have APU intake right there. Focus. We have the APU doors to get to APU. And if you're wondering, this model is definitely capable of rolling. Barely. That front nose gear is pretty flimsy. Yeah, it can kind of turn. It just won't go straight without locking up. Now, let's move on to a size comparison. So here it is, next to two other models I have. Over here we have the Southwest 737 MAX 8. And over here we have the Delta 820-300. And this aircraft is officially my smallest aircraft I have. Surprisingly, it's smaller than the A220. It's shorter, but the wingspan is actually bigger. But of course, those engines are quite smaller. Moving on with its replacement or predecessor, MAX 8. This is pretty much looking at the past and the future. Pretty cool, huh? Although the past aircraft were actually 737-300s, and they were even smaller than the 700. Pretty nice detail. Move these models closer together. Very nice. And if you ever wondered, this is actually something I discovered. The wingtips on the older planes were actually bigger than the newer ones in terms of sticking upwards. The MAX 8's wingtips are bigger overall because the lower one, but the older one sticks up higher. Pretty interesting, huh? And if you're wondering about the size difference between the A220, it's quite a bit bigger. And if you're wondering this, the newer MAX 7s actually hold more people than the A220s. Mainly because the A220 is actually a little bit more narrow than the 737. The seating in this one typically is 2x3. This one is 3x3. And it definitely doesn't look like, they look the exact same, but they are different. Anyway, put these models parallel to each other again and wrap up this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you in another video.